Kenneth's sister and friend, Alex Mitchell, live from Seattle. Welcome to our live, everyone. Sorry we're late. Say hi, Alex.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, we are busy ladies, kitchen
Roxy's
witches.
here too.
Hey, Roxy, what's up?
She's gone.
She's gone. Bye, Roxy. Oh my gosh, welcome everybody to our live. Today we are celebrating Washington weed with Alex Mitchell in his house. What? And Alex is wearing her love leaf apron. I'm wearing a hat. Hi, Marie Eve. Nice to see you. All right, Alex. First things first, are you doing anything? I mean, what are you doing with Our Lady Cannabis this morning?
Well, this morning, because I had, as a medical patient here in Washington State, I grow my own. And I had a great grow last year. So today I am doing some kitchen witching, as we call it.
Yes.
But literally, I am taking cannabis from jars and putting it in bags because I'm about to go into production of making medicine for myself. And to do that, I need these jars back because I'm going to need to put alcohol in them. So I use alcohol to make my FICO. So that's what I'm doing today. Here in Washington State, we have a rare sunny day.
Oh my God.
I know. I tried to be outside, but it was a little bit too cold. And I'm like, well, I'll go back to the kitchen and just do my stuff that I need to do so that when we're done, I'm going outside.
You can enjoy the sun. You know what? How do you think cannabis and the weather of Washington go together?
Well, I think it's super helpful if you are like me and you are susceptible to seasonal affective disorder.
Yes.
It definitely helps keep me balanced. And I definitely this year noticed when I dropped off of my medical cannabis consumption, and I should not do that because things came back, and I think the weather contributes to that for me. So having some cannabis on board, not a bad idea. If you're in Washington State, I'm actually going to show something as soon as I get Roxy out from under my feet. Go on.
Bye, Roxy. You're not.
I know she's like
to the live.
in the
You're
corner
not invited
because
to the live, Roxy.
yeah, well, she's in the corner because she's like, oh, mom might give me something. But I think I'm going to show a product. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So and I have barking dogs. If you're here in Washington State, this is actually a great product. It's Mr. Moxie's mints, and this is actually a CBD one. And so if you are if you're not sure if you want to be a cannabis person, this is a great product to try because CBD is non-intoxicating, but it's got a little bit of THC in it, and it's available at the dispensary. But this one in particular is sorry, I have to do the math suddenly. It's 10 milligrams of CBD. 5 milligrams of CBD per little mint and 1 milligram of THC. So it's super mild. And I think this can be kind of a helpful thing as far as a mood booster too, if you're not sure if you wanted to try THC. This is something that you can walk into the dispo and buy. And this one is available all over Washington. It's Mr. Moxie's Mints.
Mr. Moxie's Mints. They're a high CBD, a very low THC mint that's available in dispensaries all over Washington, and a really great recommendation from you, cannabis health coach and educator Alex Mitchell.
Yeah, and it's they have higher THC ones as well, but if you're in Washington State and you are curious, this is a great place to start. And I think one of the I grow my own and I'm making medicine for myself, and so I trust what I'm making. But if that's like, oh, I don't know how to make my own medicine, I think that one of the things I want to say to people in Washington is you can trust the products that are in the dispensary. They've been tested. You can even go one step further, even if you're not a medical cannabis patient. You can still look at the packaging, and this one doesn't have it because this is an older one, but packaging in the dispensaries here in Washington State has to indicate which products are Department of Health compliant. And that means that they do a lot of testing on these products. because those products that are Department of Health compliant, as a medical patient, if I purchase those products, I don't pay tax.
Oh, interesting. Very
And so
interesting.
as a general consumer, you can also use that sort of as a gauge of, in my opinion, what is the legitimacy is the wrong word. What is the purity of the product? What practices is that grower following?
I see. What is the
Because they
process that
have
it's
to
made under?
follow they have to do a lot of testing, and they have to follow everything, and they have to be able to trace everything. And to me, that kind of stamp of approval, knowing that they are testing for mold and they're testing for pesticides and, all of these kinds of things, and that they're testing every batch. And I don't know all the rules around it, but like, it makes
Is
me
that
more
for
comfortable.
all cannabis products in Washington or just medical products?
Well, the grower has to choose to participate,
Oh, I see.
because it does cost them more money. They have to do more testing, right, to
I'm
be able
sure.
to receive
But
that. But
how confidence boosting for the customers is that? Super.
exactly. And so I will only buy DOH compliant products now,
I
because
love it.
one, I know all the testing is going on, and number two, I don't have to pay tax as a medical patient. So I have a medical card, right? And I have a qualifying condition, I have a doctor, and I get a recommendation yearly to have a medical card. And that allows me to grow here in Washington State. Only folks who are medical patients can grow legally.
I
And so
noted that
that,
in my blog. I noticed in my
yes,
research that it's not legal for anybody who's not a medical patient to home grow. And I was going to ask you about that.
yeah, yeah. And I take that very seriously because I have a child.
Yes.
And and there are families around me, and I grow in my backyard, and so I make sure that I'm covered from a legal perspective by having my medical card and
Makes
having that
total sense.
recommendation from the doctor that yes, you need to grow your own plants. And so I think the medical program in Washington State, it seems fairly robust, and I don't have experience in other states of their medical programs,
You know, I
right?
think as we're going forward with this, Alex, it's really exciting to understand that we are gonna find out like these nuanced differences of the programs in each state. And I think that what's good about that is as people legalize and different kinds of like regulation gets enacted in each state, because it is a state by state basis of how we're going to, since we don't have federal legality, it's state to state legality, and all the programs are totally different. And I think regulators. I met a bunch of regulators, people who create the like day to day and everyday laws and processes under which all of these things are done. At MJ BizCon 2 years ago, that was a
Uh-huh.
really fun like experience. Was to see their challenge of how to take like big overarching like law and then say how are we every day going to like process, utilize, do all that stuff, right? Like I think as we visit each state and get to know, because I was surprised to find out that in Washington, how different it is from California.
Yeah.
And we definitely, all the state programs definitely look at each other to figure it out, right? And so consumers knowing that too, unless you're a big cannabis, what's the word? Traveler, tourism.
Yeah.
It would be hard for you to know all these things, or unless you were interested in regulation, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that one of the organizations that you donate to, Americans for Safe Access, they have on their website information about medical programs for every
Yes,
state. And so it's a
I
great resource. And I think there are other resources too.
That's a really good point. I do use their website in my research to write those blogs, along with other websites too. You know what I mean? To figure
Yeah.
out like their own government websites and stuff, like what's going on. And I wouldn't say that at the end of writing a blog, any kind of like expertise is achieved. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm
Yeah.
super glad
Yeah.
to, at least with you, get the opportunity to meet somebody on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Like, how great. Um, we've been together a long time, Alex. We've
We
done so many
have.
kitchen witching things together and cannabis things together, retreats in other states, uh, my events for Rep Your State of Mind, and just even our own personal, relationship. I called you my canna sister in my copy, and I thought that was appropriate.
Yep.
One of the things I'm most proud of you about is that you're a home grower, and so finding out that you needed to. What was the process for getting a medical patient here in California? You like go to special doctors for this. I don't know what you do in Seattle.
Yeah, you do something similar in Washington State. You have to have a doctor. And Washington State, we have a law now, or a law reapplied that had slipped a little bit during COVID, which is here in Washington State, you have to see your doctor physically to establish care. So you have to find a doctor that you can go to see physically. And then once you've done that 1 year and they've written your recommendation, then after that, you can do telemedicine with them for a certain number of years. And then they have to see you in person again. So really, it's finding that doctor, which is not easy to do. It may be easier in California. I have a doctor here in Seattle that I see. Happy to share that. I'll just say who she is. She's Greenlight RX. If you just Google her, Greenlight RX. And so if you're in Washington State and you don't have a cannabis doctor near you, there are online services that you can use, but you should be very, very, very careful. I have a podcast out on another channel, which maybe we can link at some point, where I talk about my experience with using an online provider and what a nightmare that was. And so I don't want to freak people out, but like really talk about. So the key things for Washington State for medical people is you need to make sure that the recommendation that you are getting is being mailed to you. It must be signed physically by the doctor in ink. It's like getting an opiate prescription. It is on paper that can't be photocopied. That piece of paper you have to
Can't just be like a
retain.
regular RX pad, whatever,
No.
And
that's what you can run into with the online. So you have to really make sure that they know what they're doing, because the law in Washington is I must receive a physical copy of this piece of paper, and I must take that piece of paper to my dispensary to get entered into the medical database. And so if you are outside of the Seattle area and you don't have a doctor, if you can do a day trip to Seattle, you could certainly see the doctor at Greenlight RX, because once you've seen her once, then you can have telemedicine with her and not have to come back.
Yes.
So I think that that's important, because we do have a really robust medical program here. It's been around for a long time. It was here before recreational use, adult use was here. And so it's been nice to have those same producers really lead, those growers lead the way and going, yes, the Department of Health says we need to do this kind of thing for medical patients. We're going to do it. And so it's really great to see those same companies carry through. And continue doing that. And interestingly, I noticed that one of them has expanded outside the state now, and I'm very proud of that.
Aren't you proud? Yes,
I am.
I'm proud of your state too.
Yes, because, and I know it's hard to expand outside of your own state, but I think that, every state has incredible growers and we can always learn from each other. And because you can't buy something from Washington. It's great to know, hey, the genetics that a Washington company has developed that's so fabulous, they have an incredible CBG that they produce, is now they're going to be able to grow it somewhere else in another state under a different license, but the genetics are going to carry through.
As a Californian, I care about the genetics being quality across all of our country. You know what I mean? I want California's genetics to be in the proper place that they should be giving to the other states. You know what I mean? Like they should come from quality places like, the West Coast, let's just say, Alex. No, I'm proud of Washington for that too. I'm proud of California for that, so I'm proud of Washington too. That's great.
Yeah, and I think it's nice to be in a state where this is not new to us.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I will be very curious when you get to some states where maybe the medical program is really new, or adult use is really new, or both are really new.
Or both.
What people are experiencing, right? Because I hear stories about New York. And I'm really interested when you get to the New York conversation, who you're going to have on. And then, I'm also very interested in some of these states who have medical programs only. What's it like for them? And I really hope that we can, find some people who can speak to that from whatever state. I actually think about my birth state, right? Arkansas has a medical program.
Wait till we get there.
but I don't know anybody. I don't personally know anyone who's part of that. So it will be really interesting to find someone, hopefully, out here on the web who says, "Oh, I'm in Arkansas and I'm a medical patient."
Do they even have? I mean, I don't know yet. We haven't been to Arkansas. The South is the last stop on our Rep USA road trip this year. We're going West Coast, East Coast. Welcome to the chat.
Okay.
West Coast, East Coast, North, South. So we'll do South last. I was
Okay.
hoping to end with like Florida and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless,
Yeah.
do you consider Florida East Coast or South?
I consider Florida South, but I'm from the South.
That's what I mean. You're from the South, so I
Yeah.
was curious what your opinion is. Okay, back
Yeah.
to
I
Seattle
wouldn't
then.
consider it East Coast. I would stop East Coast at like, gosh,
Where?
Virginia,
Virginia?
DC area.
DC? Yeah. Virginia, DC?
I mean,
Not
you could
even?
make arguments that that would be South, but
I
like
know,
that
right?
area, right, is kind of where I consider, because when I think East Coast, I think New York, I think Maine, Massachusetts, that whole kind of swath. I probably think New England more than I do East Coast.
I guess maybe we should say New England than East Coast.
Yeah. So I don't know,
We
but
shouldn't say
I don't
East. We
live
should say
there,
New England.
so
All right. I have a question for you. So we've been talking medical, and I love all that because you are a medical patient. And if you are a resident in Washington, then that makes a huge difference. And if you're a Seattleite. But let's say, you and me, we've experienced with Rep USA, with Rep Your State of Mind, going to Vegas and having cannabis tourism. And you visit me in San Jose and we have cannabis
yes.
tourism. And I will admit, I visited Seattle for cannabis tourism. You know that? I was excited to visit Seattle and visit when we had recreational legal. I was like, oh my God. And you know what? I really appreciate that you gave that Mr. Moxie's shout out, because you know what my first purchase was from a Seattle dispensary? It was hard candy. It was like a little tin of hard candies that were like, 5 milligrams or 10 each or whatever, just trying to be cool, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if I was landing at SeaTac today, and I'm
Mhm.
like just wanting to have a recreational experience, could you recommend some stuff to me, Alex? Like, where should I go?
Oh, well, I think,
Besides
I
your
will.
house, I would visit your house, but
You would
like,
come to my house, but that's not open to everybody. So, I think that we have a lot of really great dispensaries here in the Seattle area, and they are, if you're coming, they are all downtown too. And so, like, if I were a tourist coming, and most tourists stay downtown, I would actually go to Dockside in SoDo.
Dockside. I've been to
So,
Dockside.
yeah, Dockside is they have, I think, 3 or 4 dispensaries. Each
Okay.
dispensary is a separate business because it has to be that way. But
Okay.
the quality of products that they carry is really high. They are medically endorsed dispensary. Not every dispensary does medical. And
Okay.
so I would look to that. And then I would trust my bud tenders. But what you want to say to them is, I want whatever the top notch, really clean,
Really
very
clean.
well tested product
Because you
is.
can't buy the medical stuff as a recreational
You
person.
can. No, you can. You can buy the
Oh, okay.
medical stuff as a recreational. So again, I think looking for that medical stamp, is it DOH compliant, is going to tell
That
you a
is
lot
such
about
a
the
good
testing.
hint. So if
Yeah,
you're coming in from SeaTac and you want something clean, definitely look for something that's able to be sold also on the medical market and has that
exactly.
DOH.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we have flour, we have pre-roll, we have edibles, we have drinks. We're like California. We have all of the variety. And so I would just tell people, if you're coming and you're not a cannabis consumer already, just be
Yeah.
careful. Start low
Be
and go
careful. If
slow.
you're coming to experiment,
Yeah,
try those Moxie's mints we're talking about.
exactly. And know that an edible takes 2 hours to
Right.
kick in, so don't have more. And then if you're looking for, I've never smoked a joint and I want to do that, or it's been years since I smoked a joint, like maybe
Try it.
you're like older and you're like me and you're like, well, the weed nowadays is not like the weed when I was growing up. It's stronger now.
It
So
does.
you can look at that, and our labels in Washington State display all of that. So it has the percentages on it. It has what most of them have, what the terpenes are. But there's a good label. And any dispensary here in Washington, and I think that this is something that we do not have, that I know California has and I know Oregon has, In Washington, we may not smell any product before we purchase it.
Oh, that's different than here.
Yeah, all of our products have to remain sealed. And so in Oregon, I can walk into a dispensary and say, "Oh, I want to smell that one."
Yeah, right. You
And
can.
I
Oh,
get a chance
they'll
to
let you smell
smell
it.
it,
Yeah.
and my nose
Mhm.
can tell me whether I like it. And
Right.
so I can't do that in Washington. And so I would say, if you're experimenting and you're new here, buy a small amount or
Yes.
buy a pre-roll of something. And then
Mhm.
if you like that flower, you can come back and buy more, since you
Yes.
can't smell it. So that is, I think, a drawback from our recreational and medical standpoint, is we can't smell our products.
The nose knows. I agree with you totally. I appreciate when here's something to include voting in your voting. You think it's safe to vote for and better to vote for all this sealed packaging, but there is this is a caveat. As consumers, this is like an agricultural product. You don't usually want to buy something like a food or an herb or something like that without inspecting it and without seeing if it's going to be to your taste. And with cannabis, it is absolutely true that when you smell it, you will know from like how you react to the smell whether or not you want to partake more or consume this. So yeah, I
Yeah.
agree totally. What a good point.
Yeah.
You because you actually
Smelling
talked about it, but
mine.
when you talk, oh, how's it smell, Alex?
It's CBG. It smells delicious.
It smells delicious. That CBG. Alex, shout out Alex. She's our trifecta grower of last year, the trifecta grower award. She's the only one who got some CBG out of her garden. I did not even get seedlings. I did not even succeed with CBG at all. So congratulations on your harvest there, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I will look forward to making medicine with this and experiencing it, right? Because
Right.
I firmly believe that the energy we put into it, comes out in the medicine. And
It does.
so I grow a lot of my own medicine. I do supplement with products from the dispensary, but in my opinion, if a farmer is willing to do the things that have to do with being DOH compliant, they're putting a lot of energy and love into their product. And that's
Thank
what we
you.
want, right? We
That is
want
what we
cannabis
want.
grown with love.
We do want. If you had the chance, if I landed at SeaTac today and had the chance to visit a cannabis farmer and then sample their cannabis and then buy their cannabis, that would be my ideal cannabis hospitality tourism event in Seattle. No lie, 100%. And if you would agree with me, please drop that in the comments below, because I mean, people need to know. People need to
Yeah.
know, and we
Yeah.
want to meet you if that's also your idea of fun.
Well,
Honestly.
and I would say here in Washington State, I would like Washington State to treat cannabis the way that it treats liquor, alcohol.
Mm.
Because I can go to a winery and buy directly from the winery. I can go to a distillery and buy directly from the distillery. I can go to a craft brewer and buy beer
Directly
directly
from the
from
brewer,
them.
have a flight of their testing,
Why
enjoy
can
a
I not
flight.
go to a
Yes,
grower and buy directly from the farmer like I
yes.
can every other agricultural product here? I can go to Fisherman's Terminal and go to the West Wall and buy a salmon right off the boat.
I
Why
love
can't
that.
I go to the garden? Why can't I
I
go
want
to
to
the
go to
farm?
Seattle now and do it now.
Me too.
Marie wants to know when I'm coming to Canada. I don't know. I was just there last year, but we'll see. And if I am, you will absolutely be one of the first to know. And Heather Pepper and all the people that we know and love in Canada. JJ, Michelle Diston. We're just speaking their names. Speaking their names.
You're just speaking their names.
I'm just
Go
speaking their
find them. They're
names. I'm like
cannabis
that. Yeah.
coaches.
I'm like that. Remember the girl that would look in the mirror, the teacher, and be like, "I see Amy and Nancy and Alexandra." Okay, but we have to talk a little bit more about Seattle and you. Okay,
Okay.
I'm on. What we want does not exist yet in terms of this hospitality experience. We wish for it. We're manifesting. It does exist in certain places in California and other places, but anyway, so I get my stuff, and how is the partaking as a tourist? I mean, hotels are probably a no. Airbnbs are probably like a maybe if that's a thing for them. Do you have any advice on this, perhaps?
Yeah, we actually our laws here are weird. We're not supposed to consume in public, like out on the street, but people do. So go for a walk. Try not to be in a really busy
That's just
area.
normal everywhere. Go for a walk, people. You know
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. I think we in Washington State have no smoking indoors.
Okay.
Just like most of the country at this point now, everything is no smoking. And so you have to be 25 feet away from a door. And so
Okay.
if you're staying downtown as a tourist, you need to go out and walk along the waterfront. There's a great walk. Let me just tell people. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
great
Tell us
walk they
about the
could
great
go
walk by
on.
the waterfront. Yes.
Exactly. Walk down to the waterfront and head north. You're going to
Okay.
walk to the Olympic Sculpture Garden, which is outdoors and beautiful. And in fact, you could smoke your joint as you walk that way.
Mm-hmm.
Discreetly, don't blow in people's faces. And then by the time you get there, you've finished your joint and you can have a seat and you can look out over Elliott Bay. You see the Olympic Mountains in the distance. If there is enough, if it's clear enough, you can watch the ferries come in and out. It's beautiful.
That
So if you're
sounds
staying
gorgeous.
downtown, Sculpture Garden is a great walk. It's a great area. Nobody's probably going to mess with you. I wouldn't smoke in the park. Like, do it on the street.
Thank you for your tips. Okay, while walking, okay, I landed in SeaTac. I went downtown. I went to Dockside. I got a pre-roll, and the Moxie's Mint, Mr. Moxie's Mints. I'm chilling. I'm excited. I'm smoking. I'm walking up the walk. What is it called? The waterway? The water front.
I don't know if it has a name. It
I'm
has a
walking up
name
the
for your,
waterfront.
yeah, you're walking on the waterfront.
I'm
Yeah.
headed to Olympia Park, Statue Park.
Olympic
What's it called?
Sculpture Garden. Yep.
Sculpture Garden. Thank you. I'm like Statue Park. Olympia Sculpture Garden. And I'm not going to smoke in the garden, but I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, my next question for you, that sounds amazing. We should definitely do this when I visit you, well, you're coming to visit me, but
I'm
soon
going
I'll
to visit you
you.
next.
You know? Okay, so next I need to know about food. Because I personally would have them like a desire to eat. Let's call them the munchies. Let's call it appetite. My appetite would be definitely a little bit stimulated by such an amazing, beautiful walk and joint. So, where should I go eat after that, Alex?
Well, if you're downtown, there's so many restaurants downtown, and there are from little tiny places to, Tom Douglas restaurants, right? Famous chef. So it's really depending on what you want. But I think if you've got kind of the munchies, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go walk through the Pike Place Market area because there's so many choices there, right?
Yes.
It's like you could get a cookie, you could get a donut, you could get macaroni and cheese from Beecher's Cheese, which is right. Think about that as a food, right? Of your high and you got the munchies. There's Beecher's Cheese, world famous macaroni and cheeses down there. That would be amazing. There's pierogies down there. There's Asian food. We have everything.
Okay, so now we are creating the ultimate cannabis tourist what do we call this, guide to Seattle.
Yeah.
Like your first 3 hours, land at SeaTac, go to Dockside downtown, take a walk northward up the waterfront, hit the Olympic
Sculpture Garden.
Sculpture Garden. It's now the Olympia Statue Park in my mind, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. And then Pike's Place Market for munchies and snacks and fish throwing. And isn't there like a bronze pig outside that you can take a little Insta photo with?
Yes.
And what should you be wearing for this? I think it should be Rep Your State of Mind, okay? We have to stop and plug Rep Your State of Mind because that's the whole point of this. And we're 33 minutes into having fun together, Alex, and not said anything.
Oh, we haven't even talked about it. You talked about I had it on.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, we are repping our states of mind because we do that. And you should too. Why? Because it tells people how you feel about advocating for cannabis safety, cannabis normalization, destigmatization, and like legalization in your state or in states you visit. Wouldn't it be cool to be wearing whatever state you're from, the iLeaf your state, and visiting Dockside? I mean, that just tells the people there, the bartenders there, everything they need to know. They're like, hey, welcome. You found the right spot, right? Today, right now, until tonight, you can save 30% off an iLeaf Washington since we're celebrating Washington hoodies. And they don't have the wrong back logo anymore. Ha ha ha. You know, if you're a real fan and you've been watching all of our stuff, you might know about that. We have a beautiful commenter. And so visit repyourstateofmind.com right now and buy I Leaf Your State, Celebrate, and Rep Your State of Mind, Advocate, Normalize, Destigmatize, Represent. Okay? Repyourstateofmind.com. Anyways.
Wait, I just looked at the chat. I have to say that Amy, yes, there is a place that has tree houses in Washington State that is 420 friendly. And in fact, I think there is a cartridge line of concentrates named after this place because it's so great. So it's if you just search treehouse, but spell it Haus,
Haus,
and
the German
Washington,
way.
yep,
Okay.
you will find and I don't know how often they rent it, but there are literal tree houses that you can stay in. You have to climb down to go to the bathroom, but you can stay up there. It's like glamping, right? And they have also these hand-tied nets that's like a deck, but you can go out on it, and it's like you can see down.
Wow, and like a hammock kind of feeling?
Yeah, like you can go lie on it. It's a little stronger than a hammock, and it's a lot bigger. But it's like hand tied.
Playgrounds for my kid. I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I've never been, but I have looked at it on Instagram. And so I just wanted to shout out Amy for mentioning that.
Thank you, Amy.
Because Amy is also from Washington, and she is from a little north of me up in Bellingham. So she's closer to Canada.
This Amy. I know this Amy. Okay.
Yeah, you know this Amy.
Hi, Amy.
I happened to look when you were talking. I'm like, let me see who's in the chat. And I'm like, oh, Renee's there, Marie Eve, and there's some other people I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, Amy's here. So Amy, thanks for showing up today and representing Washington along with me.
Definitely, Amy. Save with I. Oh my God, what is the code?
What do you save with?
Can't remember. I am depending on you, Renee, to go grab the code and stick it in the chat. Hi. I appreciate this.
Let's see. There it is. iLeaf WA30.
Another reason to thank Renee Leonard.
Yes, iLeaf. But you know what this is saying to me, and perhaps to Amy as well, because I don't know if she has one of these already. I'm thinking, oh, it might be time for another one.
Oh, you need another one in another color.
Exactly. I have a black one, which I'm not wearing because I'm I'm kitchen witching today. But I have a black one, and so maybe I need another one since we're at 30% off while we're celebrating.
You are at 30% off. You absolutely need another one. I did want to show. Okay, here, everybody. Like, just for fun, here's my website, Rep Your State of Mind. It's the candles right now. But let's look up Washington real quick, and we'll go over what you could get with the thank you so much iLeaf WA30 code for save 30% off today only, January 16th, as we celebrate Washington.
Oh, today only. That means I need to place my order, but of course I'm on my phone, so I can't do it right now.
You absolutely cannot right now, and you are one of my most favorite people, so don't even worry about it. But if you were to put WA in, you're going to come up with this, and this is the one that's on sale, this one. But it comes in more than just black, so let's just click it. It comes in not just black, but my favorite color combo is this one, is the Kelly green.
Oh, yeah, that is a bright one. I've seen your Kelly green. That's a good one, too.
It's called Irish green with the pink leaf. Don't you like that? Okay, so
that's very cute.
Washington.
I think
one's good.
Yep.
There's also light pink. I have one of these now for California.
Oh, I might get a pink one.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, I might get a pink one. I'm not normally a pink person, but
white people. White is my least popular color because I think people get it dirty.
Yeah, I'm afraid of buying the white one.
Everyone says that. People are afraid of buying the white one. The black one by far is the most popular of all the designs. The most popular color combo of all designs. It's basically this. It goes together. See this? This is your outfit if you want to rep really hard.
Yep. And if you want to be a little more discreet about it and still rep, I have to say that the rainbow zip front hoodie rainbow leaf zip front hoodie is a great one, as well as the rainbow leaf cap, because I have those. And yes, Amy, you need an apron.
Here's the rainbow leaf. Here's the rainbow leaf zip front hoodie. It's my only zip front hoodie. I made it. It comes in white, also, by the way.
That's the one that she made specifically for me, because I said I need a zip front. I am a woman who is older, and I have hot flashes. I cannot wear a sweatshirt that doesn't unzip. And so Michelle made a zip front hoodie for me. So I want to shout that one out because that is my favorite hoodie.
And you have a picture of it, of you and your Instagram in black.
Yes, I do.
You're not
it comes in black, definitely.
Said that. Also, if you make content online and the big one with the big leaf sometimes can flag, but the little leaf never does. If that's an issue for you, you're a content creator. I want to also say that I do have this in case you are sportsy. I know not everybody is sportsy, but I do have the Seattle State of Mind Seahawks hoodie.
Oh,
I'm sports.
We're doing all right this year in now.
You're playing us right now. You're playing the 49ers right now. I just also want to say I also have the 49ers, of course. So let's not act like we don't have that.
Should we just get in a little fight here about it? Because who's going to win.
We should absolutely not. But we have Seattle and we have San Francisco in Rep Your State of Mind. If you like that kind of thing, we're talking about football now. And it just so happens that Alex and I are Candace sisters, but our teams are definitely warring right now.
They are. And they always war.
Because they're good. I'm going to give it to Seattle that they're good. And you know what else I'm going to give to Seattle? I'm a fan. I'm a fan more than anything of football. I really love it. I'm American that way. I was a cheerleader growing up, captain, everything. My growing up team was the Chargers of San Diego. So now that they're Chargers of LA, I am like an orphan, which maybe you would understand and maybe you wouldn't, but I don't like LA. Nobody in San Diego, they're our crosstown rival. It's like your team got bought by your crosstown rival enemy. So it's hard now. It's hard now. So I can sympathize. Sort of like my adopted team, but I'm a little bit agnostic now.
I can sympathize because, as we all know, the Sonics went to Oklahoma.
Right.
And then they were gone.
Yes.
And so hopefully we will at some point get another basketball team back. Because I actually enjoy basketball more than football.
I need to make some basketball stuff, don't you guys?
You do need to make some basketball stuff, but you need to.
And
you need to do it now.
Too. Amy's like, shut up! You have sports stuff.
Yeah. She has fanny packs, Amy. She has all sorts of stuff.
Go check it out. RepYourStateOfMind.com. The link is definitely in the description. There's no doubt there is. It's there for sure. She's not a sports girl. Oh
no, that's somebody else. Align and Shine said she wasn't a sports girl.
I know Renee's not a sports girl.
She took it away. She's like, oh, I'm not going to say that. There are also, sorry, I'm going to do one more shout out, which of course it's upstairs, but you have coffee mugs too. I think have coffee mugs. The coffee mug is like, it's upstairs because I use it in my office, but there's a fanny pack, there's a coffee mug, there's definitely this apron. And let me tell you, this apron works for gardening. It's fabulous because I have a second one now. Whoops. Didn't realize.
Oh my God, the red one.
The red one came, but I haven't washed it yet. And I don't want to I'm like, do I want to be handling cannabis in it, or is this my cooking one? And so I don't want to get resin on it. So I'm using my gardening one now.
You might need a third apron that's another color, like khaki.
Maybe. I just got that one though. So, but I definitely use this for gardening for people who are not cooks, but they're gardeners. It has massive pockets on it. And in fact, there's still dried cannabis in that pocket from trimming. But it's great because, it's got these pockets and you put your clippers in there. All the things.
Absolutely, yeah.
The phone. The whole thing. So I definitely represent here in Washington. I hope that I get more people buying and representing as well, because I think it's important, because it definitely gets looks, right?
It gets looks.
It gets
Say
looks.
it with your chest.
Yeah. Or even with the hat, it'll get like there's like a little moment, and then either they smile and they get it, or they're just like confused, and maybe it makes them think about something.
And don't you want that for yourself, people watching?
Exactly.
If you're watching this, you give a shit about cannabis 100%.
Exactly.
And this is how we find our people, for sure. After starting Rep Your State of Mind, you have no idea how many. I just go out in the world, and any time that people are wearing anything that like I could make, like from, I notice it, and like I just notice this whole entire industry so much more. Speaking of the industry, Amy wants to know about the candles. We definitely have the candle collection. Renee and I tried to go live and talk about the candles last year. It was really fun, and they are really funny. They all have inspirational sayings on them, and they have their own like little page. Here they are. They come gift wrapped. They're meant for gifting, either to yourself or others, and so they're fulfilled by Printed Mint. I'm more than happy to talk about Printed Mint a little bit, because the reason I chose them is because they gave me the ability to make these gifty. Like you open, it has a sticker on the outside that is like, the leaf. And when you open it up, there's like a little insert from me in there with a coupon on it. There's pretty paper, and there's bows and stuff. And so I wanted everybody to, we released these last Black Friday, not last one, but the one before that, as a holiday gift idea. There's also candle trimmers and a beautiful, not like this, but like a tray, a wooden cutting board tray that I use for baking and a lot of things, and for display of the candles in 2 colors of wood as well. They all have different scents. There's one unscented one. It's the kitchen witching one, kitchen witching hour. And yeah, thank you so much for your interest in the candles. I really want to I wanted to give people the ability to give Christmas gifts to others that support the cause, but weren't super weedy. It just says Rep Your State of Mind and Stay Lit on it. In a Filipiniana design. It looks like the star sun of the Philippines flag. That was my design for it, Stay Lit. And yeah, and also like they're fun sayings. My favorite one is, I don't know, right now it's inhale the good, exhale the crazy. What is your favorite one right now, Alex?
Well, my kitchen witching one. I mean, that's the one I like the most. But Renee taught me a good tip, because sometimes the scent is too much for me, because I'm kind of sensitive. But Renee was like, well, what you do is you don't light it. You put it on a warmer thing, like a coffee cup warmer. And then it will like release the aroma a little bit. And I do that sometimes, but sometimes I just take the lid off and let it sit for a little while. I don't remember which one I have that's scented. I can't think of it saying on it right now, but like I'll take the lid off, right, and let the scent go.
Yeah.
And then close it back up, because they smell delicious. They're great smells. Well, the ones I have. And then kitchen witching definitely is neutral, right? And I will bring that into the kitchen sometimes and use it, because it's just a fire burning, right? And it's going to clean the air a little bit. And it's nice soy candle, so it's not letting out anything cray cray, because you pick good candles.
I did. Thank you so much. I try.
Yeah.
I try. All right. Let's see. Getting back to Seattle a little bit. The last thing that we already talked about, food. I wanted to ask about coffee, because Seattle and coffee kind of goes together. If you had any recommendation there.
Well, there are. And what I would say is, if you truly want to experience coffee, you don't go to Starbucks.
I mean, but there
you can. True. But there are lots of other good local roasters. And so I would think like Victrola or Cafe Ladro. Like we have so many. Cherry Street Cafe. I mean, there's so many who roast their own. And then we have roasteries who supply places. And so it's all amazing.
Near Pike Place Market that would be a good stop?
Any of them are down there.
Oh, perfect.
I mean, I actually Victrola might not be, but they're over at another place that's fun to go to, which is Capitol Hill. If you want a little alternative lifestyle, LGBT community, Capitol Hill is where you go, and there's a Victrola up at Capitol Hill.
Love. Perfect.
Which is just literally up the hill from downtown.
What did you say?
I said it's literally up the hill from downtown. So if you truly are a tourist, all you have to do is walk up Pike and you will get into Capitol Hill.
Perfect.
And wear your clothes.
And wear your Rep Your Pride outfit to Capitol
And if I see you on the street, you know I'm going to run over and say hi.
Oh my God, you're going to be best friends.
If you're
like,
wearing your stuff, and I see you, you know.
Yes. Well, so if you want to be welcomed by a repper in Washington, we've got Alex Mitchell Hilton. We've got Alex Mitchell here. Thank you so much, Alex.
You're welcome
for joining me for this. I could do this for longer. I really could. I really want to, kind of. But I feel like I should kind of wrap it up, and I have like 3 questions to wrap it up with.
Okay.
Strain. Let's just do it. You know, we got to do this. If you could pick a Washington strain that's either of the moment or recommended, or you think reps Washington hard, don't pick Blue Dream.
I'm not going to pick Blue Dream. But what I would going to pick 2.
Great.
I'm going to pick one from a company called Raven Grass on Instagram. I would go with their Stargazer Myrtle. Now, some people are going to look at me and say, why did you pick a high CBD?
Oh, it's
It is a 2-to-1.
Oh.
2 CBD to 1 THC, and it is fabulous. And that's from Raven, and it's called Stargazer Myrtle.
Love it.
And it's amazing. And then I would pick genetics from Falcana, who is the one who's expanded outside of Washington State.
Oh.
Falcana, I would go with their Pacific Blue.
Pacific Blue from Falcana?
Falcana. Like think of a falcon, but they're Falcana.
Oh, Falcon Canna. Okay.
Yeah, Falcanna. And so Falcana's Pacific Blue is also amazing. So those would be my 2 picks. But anything from either of those growers is amazing. Falcana and Raven would be my 2 to pick.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you already did this a little bit. Your number 1 tip for a cannabis loving tourist visiting Seattle for the first time. You already did.
Yep, I did.
And the medical, you kind of gave your tip from. Do you have any other inside tips for medical patients? Let's twist it that way. Let's take it and make it a medical tip.
I think that there is, if I was talking about making FICO, and what I would want medical patients in Washington State to realize is if you are in a medical situation or a living situation where you can't grow like me and make FICO, know that we have amazing FICO suppliers who started medical and they still supply FICO, and you can buy them in like 7 packs. And so we have FICO from a company called Skagit Organics, and it's amazing. And you can using Skagit Organics only FICO, Michelle, I can make a trifecta-ish multi-cannabinoid mix because Skagit understands that cannabis is more than THC, and they have FICO that is like 38% CBG. They have 15 to 1 CBD to THC that I can buy in the dispensary. And so Skagit covers, for medical people, covers the range of cannabinoids that you might want. And I think that is my biggest tip. And we know, you and I know, because of Homemade Health, Michelle's class where she teaches medicine making, I can take a 1 gram syringe of FICO, put it in a dropper bottle with some oil, and I've just made an oil tincture. And that cost me maybe $25. And if I bought that same thing in the dispensary, it would be like $70 to $80. And so I think that is my biggest tip for medical patients is the power of FICO. And if you don't know what to do with FICO, Michelle is your woman, because if you join her Homemade Health, and I am doing a sales pitch there, but it's really genuinely out of, hey, I like when I'm out traveling and someone, like, I'm in a Lyft and the driver realizes I'm a cannabis person and they're like, well, I need to get something for my mom who has arthritis and her hands are hurting. What should I get? I teach them the FICO trick. Mm-hmm. Get that FICO, which is $20 a gram, $30 a gram. put it in a commercial lotion, you just made a topical.
That is
for
lesson
that
one
arthritis
of
hands.
topicals with homemade health with Michelle Crawford.
Yeah, and so that's my tip for medical patients, is we have a very strong FICO game here in Washington State.
I love what you just said. We have a very strong FICO game here in Washington State. That's right. What great advice. You know what we should go out on? This is your last little question. I would just kind of want people to know, because I think that you're good at this. You're good at getting great deals. You want to talk about some of the, I mean, you don't have to say the numbers, but maybe just talk about, like, as a medical patient, how to look out for great deals.
Well, as a medical patient, you do first is, as a medical patient, you have to get your medical card. And if you are not comfortable with being entered into the database to get your tax discount, you can just use your medical card. And it's going to let you buy more than what a recreational user. Like if you needed to buy 21 grams of FICO, they're going to let you buy 21, where a non-medical patient can't buy that many grams at once. So medical card will help you there. If you're willing to be public and go into the database, it's going to save you a 42% excise tax. So I saw my prices drop a massive amount once that kicked in. And so then as a medical patient, what you want to do is you want to develop relationships with the medical dispensaries that you trust. And so I have two that I trust, and I'm on their frequent rewards. And I get notices about deals, and I get notices about happy hour. And so if you are a medical patient and you really shop those happy hours, and you're willing, like I'm willing to drive 20 minutes to get 50% off.
I hear you.
And then my tax break stacks on top of that. And so I will come out with like $200 worth of product at a retail level, and I've paid maybe $80.
What a deal. Wow.
And but by stacking the discounts, and not every dispensary will do that, but the two that I go to, Hashtag is one of them in Everett, Washington, which is a little bit north.
I've actually shopped at that one as well.
And then Dockside. So those are my two dispensaries that are medically endorsed that I trust. And they carry slightly different products. They carry a lot of overlap, but they, obviously one of them has a relationship with Falcana. One of them has a relationship with Washington Bud Company or somebody. Right. And so, it's like they're carry different products and a lot of overlap. So that's my tip for medical patients is join those rewards programs, because you're going to get notices, and pay attention to the time of day. And if you plan your purchases, you can hit deals like this. You can get this kind of thing.
More affordable. It's always better.
It is. And because we don't have our limits are much higher, when that 50% off sale is coming, I'm buying everything I can afford to buy at that moment. I don't wait. I stockpile, because it doesn't go bad.
It doesn't go bad.
My FICO is not going to go bad.
Store it in a cool, dark place. It'll be fine.
Exactly. So that's my tip. So it was great. It was great to talk about Washington. Thank you so much. I adore the cannabis situation here, at least from my perspective. I'm sure that growers feel pain, and I know the dispensary owners feel pain, due to bureaucracy and all of that. But I am very grateful as a medical cannabis patient to have such a level of access here that is unlike what a lot of people see, and our prices to be so good for medical patients.
Yes, and the quality to be so good, considering every state has to consume what's in their state. Yeah. So it's not like you can get, Heinz ketchup from, the other state, like we, like everything else. I usually would like to use this time to go through the socials, but since we're just kind of starting out, they weren't super active. You were the most contributor, so you know what you said in there, and you said it all again here. So really, we should just thank you. If we were on Hot Ones, I'd be like, this camera, this camera, this camera. Tell the country what you want them to hear, Alex. But really, I just want to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for repping. We're dear friends already. That this is our lives, and I'm just so grateful to you for the work and the lifestyle that you lead, and all the good it does in the world. Period.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on here and representing Washington so well. I'm super proud of you. And if you think you're watching this, that you could represent your state as good as Alex just repped her state, let's see it. Drop it down in the comments. Let us get to know you. We are looking for people from every state in America in this amazing virtual road trip. where we're visiting every single state in America for the purpose of talking about repping our healthy cannabis lifestyles all throughout 2026, all throughout the United States of America. So thank you so much, everyone who joined us. Shop rep your state, repyourstateofmind.com. Get your iLeaf WA hoodie today at 30% off with the code in the chat. One day only. And if you're from another state that we haven't done yet, we've only done California and we've only done Washington. We're only on number 2, our second stop on this amazing road trip. Next up, Oregon. After that, all of the West. After that, we're going east. After that, we're going north. After that, we're going south. And it's going to happen all year long. Join us. Your hoodie's coming up. Don't worry. Thanks, Alex. Bye. Give him a kiss. Mwah. Bye, everyone.